over the middle, getting free. Touchdown, Hernandez.
From pass-catching Patriot,
he saw him over at Corliss Landing at 3:25 in the morning as he was shooting him to death.
To convicted killer.
It was the murder case that stunned our region.
Aaron Hernandez is an innocent man.
The drama in the courtroom for months.
He said he was not involved.
I wasn't necessarily hiding it.
Guilty of murder in the first degree.
This is the Aaron Hernandez trial, fall of a football star. Some incredible tension, suspense, and emotion in the courtroom as the verdict came down just 2 days ago. It was the end of a long trial, and NBC 10 has covered the story since day one. Good evening, I'm Adam Bagni.
And I'm Brian Crandall. Now we want to take you back through the key moments in the courtroom and beyond. The star athlete and the heinous crime he committed.
Yeah, but first the jury's decision and the reaction to the verdict. The fall from grace comes to a stunning conclusion.
Guilty of murder in the first degree.
No emotion from former Patriots star Aaron Hernandez despite his conviction of first-degree murder. It was agony, though, for his mother and fiancé who wailed when the verdict was read. But on the other side, tears of joy. Justice for the family of ODIN LLOYD, the man shot to death in a North Attleboro industrial park. His mother addressed the court.
I miss my baby boy Odin so much, but I know I'm going to see him someday again, and that is giving me the strength to go on.
Ursula Ward has sat in the courtroom every day since the trial began, watching and listening to the graphic evidence of her son's callous killing. Yet somehow she found the strength today to forgive.
I forgive the hands of the people that had a hand in my son's murder.
Outside the courtroom, I asked the sister of the victim a question many have asked themselves. How did they do it?
Prayers and each other. We come from a strong-knit family, and this has just brought us stronger together. Just to hear I love you every day from your mom or from your sister or a cousin who calls just to let you know that, you know, they're there for you. I don't think there's any other way that we could have gotten through it.
Attorneys for Hernandez left the courtroom without comment, while prosecutors rejoiced.
Aaron Hernandez may have been a well-known New England Patriots football player. However, in the end, the jury found that he was just a man who committed a brutal murder.
So that the stunning conclusion of this 3-month trial, but this story began nearly 2 years ago with a murder in North Attleboro, and Brian, you were there on day one.
You know, and Adam, we started to cover it not knowing that Aaron Hernandez was involved, but it soon became obvious that this was a case that would gain national attention.
June 17th, 2013, early evening in North Attleboro. A teenager discovers a body in an industrial park off John Deach Boulevard. The victim was a 27-year-old man from Boston. It wasn't until later that evening that the link to Aaron Hernandez surfaced. The Patriots player's home was not that far away from the murder scene. Police showed up at his million-dollar house, taking pictures inside, looking over cars outside. A glimpse.
And again, Aaron Hernandez in the middle of the controversy. Media staked out his home for days, and then the culmination came more than a week later when he was led out of his house in handcuffs and brought into a courtroom in Attleboro and then charged with murder. And prosecutors at that time, Adam, laid out their case, the beginning evidence of what we would then see at the trial.
Yeah, and it was a very long trial, also a headline-grabbing case because of who Aaron Hernandez was. We covered him in the locker room as he was a rising star for the New England Patriots. Let's take a look back now, and people forget how good of a player he actually was, along with Rob Gronkowski. They set multiple NFL records. In fact, Hernandez signed the second highest contract extension for a tight end in the history of the league, and doing it all while leading a double life.
Hernandez's ability to explode off the line allows him to gain separation from defenders.
Aaron Hernandez was one of the most promising young players in Patriots history.
However, what he lacks in size, he makes up for with athleticism and route running.
Selected by the Pats in 2010, the same draft that brought them Rob Gronkowski. But the pick was controversial. Hernandez slid to the 4th round because of character issues, ranging from alleged drug use to a bar fight to a shooting in which he was questioned. But the team was resolute, and Hernandez thrived on the field. In 3 seasons, he caught 18 touchdowns, and with Gronk at his side, the two men combined to create the best tight end duo in the NFL. setting league records in 2011 for yards, receptions, and touchdowns. Life for Aaron Hernandez was pretty good.
How good is it though? It smells good.
It was good. It's General Tso's chicken. The grills are pretty healthy.
Do they offer plates, forks?
Yeah, you guys want some?
No.
Oh, all right.
Second and a deuce.
The highlight of his career came at the end of that season when Hernandez caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Months later, he signed a $40 million contract and claimed he had matured.
I couldn't be with a better franchise. I know Tom's going to be around for a while. I love the coaches. I'm close to my family. This is a place that not only did it change my future from them paying me, but it just changed me as a person. You get changed by Bill Belichick's way, and you get changed by the Patriot way.
But that interview, conducted just 11 days after Hernandez allegedly murdered 2 people in a drive-by shooting in Boston. He would play the entire 2012 season before his arrest the following summer for the murder of ODIN LLOYD. Some of the reasons why many say they're stunned a man with that much talent would just throw it away. So we know a lot about Aaron Hernandez and his victim as well, Brian, ODIN LLOYD.
Yeah, and we've also come to know several other personalities during this long process.
The judge, the Honorable E. Susan Garsh, no nonsense. She made waves early on in the trial by telling the victim's mother not to cry on the witness stand. The lead prosecutor, Bill McCauley, he and Garsh clashed in a murder trial years earlier, and at times in this one too. The prosecution team also included Patrick BOMBERG, who gave the opening statement and delved into mountains of cell phone records in the case, and Brian Griffin, who also handled some of the technical evidence. The defense team, James Sultan, who was sharp in his questioning and criticism of investigators, Michael Fee, who could also be pointed when civilian witnesses were on the stand, and Charles Rankin, who questioned experts, and the one who sat next to Hernandez every day, his client often whispering in his ear, looking over his shoulder. To those in the courtroom, the officers also became familiar faces, including Ralph Tavares,
God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
a member of the Grammy-winning singing group Tavares. The other people who were regularly in the courtroom, ODIN LLOYD's mother, Ursula Ward, Lloyd's girlfriend, Shania Jenkins, who sat with the Lloyd family, and her sister SHAYANNA, who sat on the other side behind Aaron Hernandez because she was Aaron Hernandez's fiancée. The two of them would often mouth, "I love you" to each other. And Hernandez's mother, Terry, would do the same when she was there every so often.
Jenkins' sisters weren't just bystanders, they were key witnesses in this case, and so was the owner of the New England Patriots. We'll have more on Robert Kraft and the other memorable witnesses from this unforgettable proceeding when the Aaron Hernandez trial, Fall of a Football Star, continues.